Колеги, продовжимо робочий день. Колеги,
Colleagues, we continue our working day and invite spokesperson of ATO, Colonel Lysenko, with operational information from ATO. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Situation in the east of Ukraine is still tense. Nevertheless, it's stable for several days. Facts of using cannon and reactive artillery was not noticed, but military provocations using small arms and mortars have not stopped. They violate ceasefire not far from Granitna, between Mariupol and Volnovakha, near Donetsk airport, and not far from Bakhmutsky highway. The point of the highest battles is Shirokina, near Mariupol. Yesterday, in addition to mortars, militants used a tank. No casualties, and they kicked back that attack. Luckily, during the last day, nobody died. One was wounded. Ukrainian police stops channels of financial militants. Police in Luhansk region found a criminal deputy administrative director of Luhansk State Enterprise. He was financing. He's suspected to finance LNR with a gun down. He stole a stamp and a checkbook and received 150,000 hryvnia for material assistance and for medicine. But about 100,000 hryvnia he spent to purchase weapons and ammunition for LNR, and the rest of that sum he took to himself. Also, Security Service of Ukraine, together with prosecution in Kharkiv region, they liquidated a strong channel to finance gangs of DNR LNR, organized by Oplot Yevhen Zhilin, a leader, who is hiding in Russia. They arrested partners of Zhilin who were trying to bring money through state border. Cash for occupants of Donbass was transferred abroad to people in the Russian Federation, and then it was accumulated in the Rostov region, and from there that was sent to occupied territory of Donbass. There is investigation of Security Service of Ukrainian General Prosecution, and there is a joint investigation group which includes professionals of Netherlands, Malaysia, and Belgium, and as to MH17 shot down on Donetsk Oblast in Donetsk Oblast in 2014, July 17. International group is trying to find witnesses of catastrophe of that accident, and everybody who witnessed that accident that can send their materials, or they can call a hotline of that group. For information, according to the information, there's a version that it was the MH17 was shot down by Buk missile system, and from the territory which is under control of pro-Russian militants. And if you are a witness, and investigators will use everything to protect everyone who can help with that investigation. A fighter from Sokol, he received an order during special operation in one of the hottest points of Donbass. Sokol was got under my mortars and artillery shelling. As a result of the clash with militants, one of them was heavily wounded into his leg. Now that a policeman is under intensive care, and he is brave, and he feels, as he says, fine. For his heroism, he was awarded with a weapon. Families of military men went to recreation with wives and families. That was for police from Ivano-Frankivsk who died defending Ukraine from aggressor, and also wounded soldiers from Kiev battalion. To do the good thing, it was because of the support of the charity fund. that became possible. There is a planned rotation among military men who serve in ATO. To Ternopil, after the service on the front line, our artillerymen came. Among them, there is 19 soldiers from Ternopil and Andriy regions, and who were mobilized during the first wave. Now, according to the decree of the President of Ukraine, they will be demobilized, but some of them say they decided to sign a contract and to continue their service. The world strengthens pressure on Russian aggression. Australia introduced new sanctions against Russia because of annexation of Crimean aggression and Donbass. It prohibits Australian enterprises to cooperate with Russian companies in defense industry and also in extraction or mining projects, and there are 63 physical entities and 21 company on the blacklist. Prime Minister of Finland Alexander Stubb and Chancellor of Germany Angela Merkel during the joint press conference, they stated that both countries share the necessity to continue sanctions against Russian Federation. Sanctions are caused by cardinal change of paradigm of Russia, and that is a common position of EU and correct tactics under these conditions the result countries mentioned. The work in ATO is done only by people. There is dogs that were trained to find explosives, and this Labrador Gooch. Called Gush, and it checks all the cars that leave from ATO. This work is very difficult. The surgery for explosive devices, that's her main specialization of this dog. And for the territory of peaceful Ukraine, nothing of that of those explosive devices to come, and they filled the Donbass region with that. And cannot just Victor. Sometimes it happens that Ukrainian soldiers forget to give up some cartridges because they have a lot of such stuff, and they take them back and they return to military units. The other thing is that with those who on purpose take a lot of ammunition, and they arrest them, and their cargo is confiscated, and then they are under the cage, behind the cage, and everybody should understand the explosives that help to defend Ukraine on the front line on peaceful territory create a real threat to life of people. That's it. That's all information. Your questions, please.
Thank you, Cal. Are there any questions, esteemed colleagues? There were no questions. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll be looking forward to see you tomorrow. Our next briefing will take place at 1:15.